Hello everyone, my name is Nite. Today we are going to talking about Baldur 3. Before we start, have you ever heard about this game before? If you don't, you will soon. So, what is Baldur 3, you may wonder? It's a role-playing game with single-player and multiplayer elements. Its gameplay is kind of loosely based on the tabletop role-playing game named Dungeons and Dragons. While we talking about the game, we should talking about the studio first. Baldur 3 was developed by Larian Studio, a video game studio that was founded in 1996. The studio mainly focused on RPG role-playing games. This studio was known for developing the famous Divinity series and Baldur 3. In the beginning, Larian Studio was interested in developing a sequel for Baldur series after they just released Divinity Original Sin in 30 June 2014. However, Larian Studio is still considered new to the industry by Wizards and Coast. They refused the offering. However, after the releasing of the Divinity Original Sin 2, the critically acclaimed RPG game that raised the bar for RPG genre in 2017, Wizards and Coast were so impressed by the game that they contract Larian Studio and offered them to make a sequel for Baldur series, which Larian Studio accepted. Baldur 3 gameplay and setting were based on D&D 5e, which takes place in the Forgotten Realm. Game has been in early access since 2020, which you can play the whole first act of the game. The studio received many feedback and suggestions, which contribute to the improvement of the story and gameplay, such as additional choice and consequence players can get from their action. This action painted the studio in a good light by the gaming community, which later contributed to the massive increasing in player base after the full release in 2023.
Now, you might have a question. What is D&D? D&D is in short for Dungeons and Dragons. So what is that? It is some kind of board game perhaps? You might be correct by then, because it is the tabletop role-playing games. What is role-playing games, you may ask? It is the genre of the game that you can create your own characters. You can create your own adventures too. It can be a fantasy, a sci-fi, or maybe a medieval. It's up to you to choose your own adventures. You can be a warrior, you can be the archers, you can be the thief, you can be maybe a wizard, perhaps. You can play as the different roles and class you want. You can be a hero, you can be maybe a villain, you can be a god, or maybe a demon. The freestyle choice of it was a breath of fresh air. So that's why when it come out with the Baldur 3 that you can do anything that you want, every player just instantly want to play it as soon as possible, because we can do anything in the games. We can be friends, lover, enemy, anything that we want. That's why the Baldur 3 is just a breath of fresh air to the gaming communities.
So rise, challenger of gods, and prepare for battle once more. Death will not claim thee whilst I...
Baldur's Gate 3 let the player choose their own destiny. Anything that you do or anything that you choose will affect your future in the game. But sometimes the future will not come out as you want because the dice system in the game. The combat in this game use the classic one, the turn-based. Although it is a turn-based, but you can almost freely do anything in the game. If you came up with any idea, like can I do this? The game has a big possibility that will respond to your idea. Because this game does not have any pattern, you can create your own way to win the battle or solve the puzzles. And about the story in this game is like endless possibility. It's like everyone have their own unique story. Although you played it once, but after you came back and played it again, you still experience more new things that you didn't recognize it at first. But your character cannot react to everything in the game because it's not real life, it's a game, right? But anything that you do to the NPC will affect about what they're thinking to you. If you help them, maybe they will join your party and become your ally. If you hurt them, maybe they will become your enemies. Or sometimes they can become your lovers too. Baldur Gate 3 is set a new standard of the RPG game that the new developing games or game developer have to consider about it. I will not be surprised if the new game in the future has inspired by Baldur's Gate 3. And that's why Baldur Gate 3 was won the Game of the Year of 2023.